Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back on my channel. My name is Larissa and in today's video we're gonna talk about the top 10 things to do when in London. Before I get into them, I just want to mention that these are my personal favorites. You maybe enjoy doing different things when you're traveling, seeing different types of touristic attractions, or just spending your time differently, and that's alright. So these are my personal favorites, but I'm gonna link in the description box below everything that I've seen when I was in London that is, in my opinion, worth visiting, and maybe they're gonna become your favorites. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1 is Tower Bridge. This is probably one of London's most iconic spots. Construction of the bridge began in 1886 and lasted for 8 years until it was opened. Nowadays it's a place everyone should see when in London. You can either walk from one end to the other, or if you want to experience it in an even more Londonish way, you can take a red double-decker. Plus, if you have enough time, go visit the Tower of London Palace Museum. This is right next to it and you learn so much about the history of England. Be aware of the fact that this museum is not for free and you should probably think about booking the tickets in advance. Totally worth it though. Number 2 on our list is Covent Garden. Now hyped and modern shopping spot, it used to be the business and cultural heart of the city from when it opened in 1845 until after the war. I recommend going there for its great appearance and variety of shops and cafes. You have the new and popular stores, but also some pop-up antique stores and handcrafted objects. In case you are in London around Christmas, don't miss out this spot, guys, as it has some over-the-top Christmas decorations. The next must-see place in London is St. Paul's Cathedral. What we can see now is a cathedral that was built somewhere between 1670 and 1710. But before that time, there was actually another cathedral there that was built in the 12th century, but unfortunately it was destroyed by the Great Fire of London in 1666. Although the rest of the building could have been rebuilt, they have decided to completely demolish it and build a new cathedral on top. Ever since it's finished, it has remained a landmark to London. Now you can visit it, but you need to pay an entrance ticket, about £20. And as a travel tip, if you go on a Sunday, you can enter for free as it is supposed to be for praying only. Number 4, Millennium Bridge. This is a new modern bridge that was built between 1996 and 2000. The reason I included it on the list is because you have such an incredible view over different parts of the city. Because you are in the City of London area, you can observe all the skyscrapers, but at the same time you have a gorgeous view of the St. Paul's Cathedral and the Tower Bridge. If you go there by the sunset, you will be extremely impressed by the view. Interesting fact actually, in the year 2000, after 2 days of being open to the public, it was closed for 2 years because people experienced an alarming swaying motion. But don't worry, now it is perfectly safe. Next on the list is walking along River Thames. Walking from the St. Paul's Cathedral, crossing the river through the Millennium Bridge, brings us to our next thing to do in London, walking along River Thames. You know how I mentioned the sunset a few seconds ago? Well, this is the view you can get. Amazing, right? Walking along the river, you can bump into street artists and paintings, buy yourself some mulled wine, especially if it's cold outside, and admire the city's most popular landmarks, the London Eye, the Big Ben, and the Cathedral. Number 6 on our list is the Borough Market. Eat, and then eat some more while in London. There are thousands of restaurants or markets with delicious food. My favorite was the Borough Market, which is believed to have existed since the 12th century or even earlier. They have amazing stalls with all sorts of food. If traditional English is not your favorite, you can find Asian, Spanish, German and many other cuisines. But if you decide to go for something sweet, I would definitely recommend trying out this bakery, guys, for some delicious donuts. Be aware of the fact that this market is closed on Sundays. Number 7. Museums. London is known for some great museums. You can find almost everything you're looking for, from modern art to history to science or fashion museums. And get the best part, most of them are for free. You do not need to pay any entrance fee. All you need is enough time to visit them. What you can see now is the Natural History Museum. This is the one that I managed to visit on my trip there. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for the exhibitions, but the architecture is amazing, so it's worth seeing it from the inside and outside. Number 8. Notting Hill plus Portobello Road. Notting Hill is one of the most iconic neighborhoods in London, famous for its colorful and unique buildings, and for the Portobello Road Market. If you're looking for antiques, vintage clothing, books or music, this is the place to go. It is open every day till later in the evening. It's a very trendy area with many cafes and restaurants and the best places to take a very, very cool picture. Number 9. Hyde Park plus the guards change. Looking for a relaxing spot in this always busy city? I've got you covered. Hyde Park is one of the largest city parks in the world. You can find thousands of spots to lay down, relax and enjoy the sun, of course, when possible. But don't worry, even in the cold season, get yourself a warm cappuccino, take a break from the rush of the city and enjoy the nature. There is a lake as well where you can observe different species of birds, and get that, it is just next to the Buckingham Palace, which means that on specific days, you can also take part, observing only of course, to the change of the guards. This is only happening a few days a week, normally at 11, but the schedule can change, so please check before to be sure you're not missing it. Number 10. Get lost on the streets. Alright guys, so here we are, number 10 on our list. Just forget everything I just said for a bit, throw away your maps and get lost in this unbelievable city. Wander around the streets, hop into the traditional bars, try the local food and mingle with the people. I guarantee you will have a perfect time. Alright everyone, this is London, such an amazing city. This is definitely a place that you all need to check off your travel list at some point in your life. Just one thing to mention, if you're planning a trip here, you should be aware of the fact that you need at least 4 or 5 days in order to see the main touristic attractions. If you want to see everything that this city has to offer, you should definitely spend at least a full week here. Anyways, I hope you found the information useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.